To whoever this may impact, sometimes our lives have to be completely shaken up, changed, and rearranged to relocate us where we're really meant to be. Sometimes, change feels like loss, transformation is scary, and sometimes, to discover the best versions of ourselves, we must let go of absolutely everything that's holding us down. Welcome to I Missed Me, your new safe space. I'm excited to form a part of your healing journey. Rest isn't something that we should have to earn. It is a fundamental need and an act of self-care. In a world that glorifies busyness, rest is often misunderstood, and it is seen as indulgent and unproductive. You might hear phrases like, "I'll rest when I finish everything on my to-do list," or "I don't deserve to relax. I haven't done enough today." But the truth is that rest is as essential to your well-being as eating, drinking water, or breathing. Without enough rest, your body and mind cannot function properly. Physiologically, rest allows your body to repair itself. Your muscles recover, your immune system strengthens, and your brain processes the information you've taken in. Physiologically, rest gives your mind space to de-stress, to process emotions, and to reset. What happens to your phone when you don't charge it? It slows down. The battery drains, and eventually, it shuts off. The same goes for us. Rest is our recharge. Not optional, but vital. Self-care is about meeting your needs. It is about recognizing that you're human, not a machine. Yet so many of us push ourselves to the edge, only allowing rest when we're utterly exhausted, or worse, when we've burned out. Self-care isn't about waiting for an emergency to take action. It is about prevention. Choosing to rest before we're exhausted is a radical act of self-love. It is saying, "I am worth this time to recharge." It's giving yourself permission to exist without constantly performing, achieving, or doing. Rest can take many forms. Maybe it's a nap, maybe it's taking days off, maybe it's lying on the couch, staring at the window, or spending time in nature. The key is to listen to your body and your mind. What do I need right now? Can you give yourself the gift of rest without feeling guilt? Rest is profoundly tied to healing, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. When we're hurt, whether it's a sprained ankle or a broken heart, our natural instinct should be to slow down, to pause, and to give our bodies and minds time to heal. Often, we push through the pain, telling ourselves to keep going or to stay strong. But rest doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise. And it is in that rest that we process our experiences, gain perspective, and find clarity. It is in rest that our bodies repair and our minds renew. Healing is like planting a garden. You can't force the seeds to grow by working harder. You water them, you give them sunlight, and then you wait. Rest is that waiting. It is allowing your body, mind, and spirit to do their natural work without interference. Here are a few ideas to embrace rest. Schedule rest. Add downtime to your calendar, just like you would a meeting or an appointment. Protect it and keep it. Redefine productivity. Shift your mindset to see rest as a productive act. Resting now means that you can show up more fully later. Set boundaries. Learn how to say no to things that drain your energy, and yes to activities or non-activities that replenish it. Practice rest daily. Even small moments count. A 5-minute deep breathing exercise, a short walk, or simply closing your eyes for a moment can make a difference. Challenge guilt. When guilt creeps in, remind yourself that rest is not a reward. You don't have to earn it. It is your right as a human being. Rest is not a luxury. It is not something to feel guilty about or something you need to earn. It is a need. A powerful, healing, and essential part of self-care. Give yourself permission to rest, whatever that looks like for you. Make it a priority and not an afterthought. Your body, mind, and spirit will thank you. Your brain is more active when you rest than when you're busy. When we're in a resting state, a network of regions in the brain called the default mode network, the DMN, is responsible for some of our most vital cognitive processes, like self-reflection, problem solving, and memory consolidation. It's during rest that your brain organizes thoughts, files away information, and even makes creative connections. In other words, rest isn't wasted time. It is when your brain does some of the most important work. During deep sleep, your brain cleanup stuff comes out. The glymphatic system clears away waste products, including beta amyloid, which has been linked to conditions like Alzheimer's disease. Without adequate rest, the system doesn't function as efficiently, potentially leaving behind harmful buildup. When you rest, You're not just giving your body a break. You're giving your brain a chance to heal, process, and prepare you for what's next for you. When we're constantly on our sympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for the fight or flight response is activated. Over time, this state of heightened alertness can wear us down emotionally and physically. Rest activates the parasympathetic nervous system, sometimes called the rest and digest system, which promotes relaxation, lowers heart rate, and reduces cortisol levels. It is the calm after the storm, the balance our bodies need to recover from daily stressors. By making rest a regular part of your routine, you're giving your nervous system a chance to reset. This makes it easier to handle challenges with clarity and resilience, rather than reacting from a place of exhaustion or overwhelm. One of the most surprising things about rest is its connection to personal growth and change. Have you ever noticed that some of your best ideas or solutions come when you're not actively working on a problem? Maybe it's during a walk, a shower, or just laying in bed. Rest provides the mental space needed for creativity and insight to grow. When your brain isn't busy, focusing on immediate tasks, it has the freedom to think more deeply and to make connections you might not have noticed otherwise. Psychologists call this incubation, a phase where stepping away from acting problem solving allows the subconscious mind to work behind the scenes. Rest can be a powerful tool for fostering change in your life. If you're facing a tough decision or trying to break a pattern, consider stepping away. Rest doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're giving your body and mind the room to find clarity and strength. Mindfulness is a form of rest. Mindfulness doesn't mean sitting cross-legged in a silent room for hours. It is about being present, even for a few moments, and giving your mind a break from the constant noise. Sit or lay down in a comfortable position. Close your eyes and take a deep breath, and slowly bring your attention to different parts of your body, starting at your toes and working your way up to the crown of your head. Notice any tension or discomfort. Breathe into those areas. This practice can help you tune into your body's needs and bring you into a state of restfulness, even if it's only for a few minutes. We live in a world that equates busyness with worth. But what if we started celebrating rest as much as we celebrate hard work? Imagine a world where rest is encouraged, where breaks aren't seen as slacking off, but as essential for productivity. Imagine families teaching kids that resting is just as important as achieving. We can start this change by modeling it ourselves. Normalize saying, I need a break. Celebrate moments of stillness. And remind those around you that rest isn't selfish. It is necessary. Rest isn't just about recovering from exhaustion. It is about creating space for healing, for growth, and for discovering what truly matters. The next time you find yourself hesitating to rest, remember, you don't need to earn it. It is your need as a human being. With love, Mafe. Besties, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to share with anyone that might need to listen. Don't forget that we have a membership where as soon as you sign up, you will receive an I Missed Me hoodie. Plus, you have access to an exclusive episode every single month, printable activities, meditations, monthly challenges, PDF guides, and behind the scenes content. Don't forget to follow I Missed Me on social media, I Missed Me Podcast on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe to I Missed Me's YouTube channel, I Missed Me Podcast. I will see you guys on our next episode.